blue side, Berjaya on the red side. Leo Mountain leading the draft from Machi. Meanwhile, Paul and Hooky over for the Dragons to start things off here. LeBlanc ban immediately from Machi.
Okay, this could either be another setup for a, what do you call this? Either a target ban on towards Minji, Moan rather. He did use LeBlanc in such a nice manner against Liab yesterday. So totally understandable ban unless they're trying to set up for a Zoe mission. A mission Zoe, perhaps? We'll have to see.
Felios banned away.
I'm still puzzled. Every time there's a Liab game, Aphelios is just unleashed. That's the second time Liab has used Aphelios. I don't know. I'm sorry. I was just talking about the previous game.
Cabbage's secret, all right? He somehow makes the opposing squad forget to ban Felios, apparently.
All right.
It's all good, though. Oh, okay. So no Senna ban here on the side of Berjaya. Instead, they go ahead and get rid of the Olaf. I think that forces Machi to decide, hey, do we want to see one of the champions or none of the champions here if they ban one of the two away? Either her or the Ornn.
Yep, that is correct. Either Senna or Ornn. This also leaves the usuals open. Set would be open if ever for PK. He did play a huge amount of that.
Senna got through.
Senna got through.
I think. Is she going to get through?
Oh,
they do. Yeah, Set gets banned away. I saw the Set hover over on our client, so I was like, wait a sec. Yeah, Machi, I think they just got a free Senna, right? You got to lock in Senna, right?
Are they going to get that? Because if they don't...
lock it in. Thank you.
Do it.
All
okay.
Right.
Now, what is the... Berjaya Dragons will probably opt for either an Ezreal or Misfortune here for K2. I still am a big fan of the Ezreal pick here. But they're gonna early pick a Syndra at this point, so most likely for Mawan here. It's the first time I'm going to be seeing Mawan on the Syndra.
All right, Syndra picked up as well as the Rek'Sai.
Okay, so no AD carries just yet. We'll have to see whether or not they're gonna lock it, because we still don't know where the Senna is going to. They could flex it, or they could Tom Kench it, which has been a prominent duo bot lane in other competitive leagues. We've seen it before, where you just try to funnel in towards that Tom Kench and have a nice and peaceful, safe lane.
Yeah, she'll be able to get funneled in. Usually that's what we see out of this duo. Again, she got changes to...
The soul drop.
Yeah, the soul drop.
Yep, Suri, I believe if you don't kill the minions, you're from 20% to 25% chance, so you just get a support item for yourself and increase your chances of getting more of those souls. And the AD carry, it's so weird to see not seeing Misfortune and Ezreal despite them being open in this game. At least Senna has been acquired. It works well because the weakness of a Senna is her mobility, and therefore we've seen aggressive flash chain of corruptions coming from aggressive Varus players, and therefore it is going to be a thing. But the problem is, you do have Koala with you, you do have the Tom Kench with you, so it might be a little bit difficult to try and secure a kill. You gotta catch Bruce alone on this Senna.
Alright, so with that now, Dragon's going to go ahead and ban out the Jarvan. Ooh, Karma. Karma actually drawing a ban here, which I think it's just Machi just don't want to deal with the heavy poke they could face with a Varus Karma bot lane into that Senna.
That's true. I mean, Chili has no record of playing Karma just yet in the PCS. But if ever Karma has been picked, at least there's some sort of sustain in the lane as Senna there. Now all the junglers are being banned here as Jarvan and as well Trundle taken out. What are your options? You do have the Grog still, and as well as Sejuani for Machi Esports. Let's see, did Gemini, checking right now, Gemini did not play a Sejuani just yet, but Lee Sin though is still open, coming from an amazing play coming from Dodoi in Liab Esports. if he does lock it in, I'm pretty interested to see how it's going to pan out.
Let's see. No Trundle, no Jarvan for Machi to pick up. What does the Dragons wish to lock in? Honestly, I think you get your support here and then let yourself get a counter pick for top lane. I think that's what you're going to be aiming for. And yeah, I think that's going to be the plan. They're going to go ahead and get the Nautilus.
I wonder what Ozzy is going to pick, because Ozzy did play Mordekaiser, which I'm not a big fan of. Renekton is still open, though. Renekton is still open. I'm interested to see another Renekton game, as that has been popular in the PCS for week 1 and a few days of week 2. Sylas, Ozzy did play Sylas. Unfortunately, it wasn't as successful, but there have been successful 1v2s coming from several players from, or rather Jimian rather, on another team in the PCS. And that is no-brainer. Gemini will be playing Lee Sin. It is the only one left that he has been played before that is still open. And in the meantime, what top lane does Machi Esports decide to pick? It's going to be the Gangplank. For now,
Ooh,
yeah,
right.
what counter do you pick? Good girl,
Yeah, that's a
Renekton.
blind. That is a blind Gangplank pick. That is scary.
Renekton is open. So
Renekton's open, yeah. Like Renekton can really apply pressure here. This will get punished if they're smart here on the Dragons. So yeah, they're gonna go ahead, get the Renekton along with the rest of the squad. Apologies here, Riku. I've been having trouble clearing my throat, so I got you on that draft. I know I kind of looked. I just sounded like I died out of nowhere.
It's all right. No
boy.
worries. I had fun watching the draft anyways and trying to guess what the response is for the Dragons and as well as Machi Esports. It was a fun guessing game.
Don't worry. Yeah, I think you handled it quite well.
Ah, thank you very much.
All right. There's a reason we brought you on to the show. I'd be concerned if not.
That's true.
It's fine. MVP Riku coming in clutch. We'll see whether or not our players onto the Rift will be able to claim their MVPs. PK blind picking the Gangplank. It's answered with a Renekton, but we do get to see the Senna Kench bot lane on the side of Machi. We'll see whether or not they're able to pull through and scale up into that late game where she becomes an absolute monster, or can K2 and Chili shut them down? We're going to go ahead, load on into the Rift for our 5th game of the night.
This is interesting because most of the time, once you open up Senna, and if you're on red side, you usually just deny the Tahm Kench. But I guess, I feel like Berjaya Dragons are just really ready for this. Tahm Kench bot lane has been very prominent as a duo, and not only in solo queue, but also in competitive. We'll have to see. For Berjaya Dragons, they do have a lot of pick potential as well. With Chili, Mawan, as well as Enso. Tons of damage really, for the Rek'Sai pick here. Gemini as well on the Lee Sin. Looking forward to that after, again, coming from an insane Dodoi game. So, it's gonna pile through this matchup for sure. And it's not going to be a Lee Sin versus... I forgot what jungler was used earlier. Oh, Xin Zhao. It's not going to be a Lee Sin versus Xin Zhao this time. It's going to be a little bit more standard. Rek'Sai in the jungle versus Gemini's Lee Sin. Alright, nothing too funny. It's going to be standard starts for now for the Dragons and Machi Esports, as the Lee Sin, Gemini rather, would start at the blue, which has been a common occurrence.
I like the blue starts. Yeah, I think it's just trying to match with the Rek'Sai is the idea. Because the Rek'Sai will always start on the red and look to just level up all the way up to level 3. Easily. Doesn't even need the blue buff.
And this matchup again, we've seen this so many times on Azzy and PK rather, on the Renekton and Gangplank. Normally, Renekton would really win that one for sure against PK there. Which is going to be totally understandable, especially once you reach level 3 on the Renekton. You just pop in, pop out, and heal back up as well. And yeah, no funny business. I am looking forward to Mission's performance on the Zoe, as he has been very consistent with the Zoe pick and Syndra matchup as well. Gonna be a little bit tough, as you can probably try to anticipate the Zoe. But because of how low mobile you are as a Syndra, you have to carry that cleanse. And I have to aim for your dancing shoes to avoid those paddle stars and as well as the trouble bubbles. Might be the first fight.
Let's see. Mission. It gets over to safety. Unfortunately, there's no CC chain available. Didn't want to waste the flash over on the Rek'Sai. I like seeing that from Berjaya, though. They're able to get a little bit of pressure. They're not able to get anything, but it does show they are trying against Machi. As Gemini ends up popping the bloom, we'll be able to tell where the Rek'Sai is on top. Let's see. Bruce and them also going to come up for support, as it doesn't look like Gemini is going to be able to answer this. Instead, he realizes, all right, something's probably going on here. He'll come around the corner just to be double sure, as Chili and them are a little late to the roam.
Triple buff start for Gemini. Looking pretty good at the first 3 minutes of the game or so. And with that said, since Machi Esports is a little bit extended, perhaps Enzo might try take a trip down bot, perhaps. There's a lane gank. Oh!
Ooh,
oh!
Chili. He was close.
He was.
He split the uprights just a little bit there, so a little unfortunate.
All right, so just as we mentioned, the triple buff start for Gemini. Again, Lee Sin in the PCS is just such a huge threat so far. And we'll see as Ozzy will bump into PK.
To be honest, I think we're going to have ourselves a bit of a slower one.
Yeah, I agree.
I think this Machi going to be playing this a bit slow. Because honestly, like, Berjaya, I think it's kind of a I think for Dragons, actually, they have to get out of their comfort zone, because they need to actually play aggressive here.
Yes.
Because if you let the scaling get a little bit out of control here on the side of Machi, like, you got a Gangplank that barrels can be devastating during fights. You're going to have Senna that's being funneled at the moment, where if she starts getting items on top of the additional souls she's already have, that might be a mistake. But here, this is a good start. Whether or not PK is able to actually trade back a kill might be the question. But no, it's first blood over to the Dragons. That's what we need to see.
First blood over to the Dragons. I almost combined blood and Dragons there. And Enzo getting that kill too. So with that said, okay, another fight.
Oh, mid lane. Oh, no, that's bot lane. Apologies. Bruce. Oh, that is the longest redemption you could possibly have. Meanwhile, Koala's 2v1ing this bot lane. Flash forward. K2 is going to go ahead and get the kill taken down on him. Chili gets rooted. Bruce, though, able to find the kill.
This is why the duo bot lane of Senna and as well as Koala is just so tanky. You do have additional healing coming from the Senna as well with roots. And just to get more stacks so you can get that Devour in. Just really, really a deadly combo. And we see some of the teams deny that. Like, if you open up Senna for blue side, you deny that can't. We've seen it time and time again. So this is the first time we're seeing nicely done root by Chili, though.
Yeah, Chili just kind of throws it in, and it's not a bad idea. Because you did see the redemption from mid lane actually coming through. That's gotta have to hurt actually on the side of Dragons. The Zoe got a redemption off a minion. That's what ends up saving the Senna.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering, I was like, where did that redemption come? It's only 6 minutes. And I was like, wait, there's a Zoe in the game.
Zoe, yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And an early assist as well. Getting that assist by Mission. And because of that, a lot of summoner spells have been burned on the side of the Berjaya Dragons bot lane. Therefore, they have no choice but to concede this one. Or I am wrong.
Meanwhile, Mission gets a free heal. Here comes Malon trying to go for it. It's going to be the smite down. There is the unleashed power. Meanwhile, it's already the kill picked up as Chili gets taken down. Chomp comes on down. Koala finds himself the kill. It's going to be the root as well. Mission gets himself another. And Machi here, we talk about early aggression from Dragons. Well, it turns back not in their favor, and Machi get accelerated. This is exactly what you did not want to happen.
Yeah, pretty painful as you're contributing to the process of the growth of Machi Esports, where they're going to be comfy just trying to scale up later on. This was awkward because Berjaya Dragons didn't have much to deal with. You got level 3 on the what do you call this? Level 3 on Chili, but level 5 Koala, and then they don't have any summoner spells to just try to escape. So that was an awkward engage by Berjaya Dragons, especially that the dragon has already been taken. They tried, but it failed.
Unfortunate there, as it's going to be some extra cooldown reduction on the ultimates to start the game off. Won't be a Cloud Soul, won't be an Ocean Soul, as Ocean is now going to be joining us next. Not the start they were looking for on the side of Berjaya. Still an opportunity, though. They can try and turn this one around with some quick plays, but honestly, it looks like Machi at this point. They'll just happily wait for the Dragons to make a misstep, and then they go on to scale.
That is the plan. Machi Esports did lose against Alpha earlier on today in the first 2 matches, or rather, second match that we had. It makes me think whether or not Machi Esports, even if they do get the lead, their weakness from earlier was not being able to close out the game. So it's not.
That's true.
Yeah. So Berjaya Dragons. Oh, wait.
Oh, there you go. Unleash Power, Mission, gets the heal, though, and there comes the ultimate. Not going to be able to finish it off. Instead, it's Malon that gets the solo kill. There you go, or at least the help with the Rek'Sai. Meanwhile, Rift Herald is secured by Gemini as he's looking to get out of trouble. Going to get stunned up and snared. Oh, decent amount of damage. Gemini, there he goes, flashes over to the Blast Cone, and he's going to try and escape.
Wait.
Almost able to do it. Instead, he gets taken down.
There's a lot happening, Opal, from mid, and then suddenly Ozzy was actually trying to interrupt Gemini from taking the Rift Herald, and now they successfully eliminate the Lee Sin. Almost ported out.
So, not a exactly great turnaround here for Berjaya. They're able to find themselves a couple small victories, get the knock-up, and they also get that Lee Sin meanwhile. Almost gets saved there by the ultimate, but Mission is able to finish it off.
Yeah, PK was also around the corner as well, so unfortunately wasn't able to be there in time. So PK just tried to stop the collapse, but Ozzy didn't really need one.
That's see, for me, this was a rather, like, Gemini should just walk to the lane.
Yeah.
And then maybe he would have been able to actually get out of there safely. Still, a rough one. Wasn't able to find anything. Is that Enzo? Woo, caught in between a rock and a bubble. Gemini scouting nearby. The Tremor Sense is catching them out, so he's also on top of a control ward.
Chili.
Where is Chili right now? Chili's all the way down in bot lane.
Still not level 6 just yet.
Cursed blue buff. Doing a slide over to Gemini. It's getting reset here, though, as Machi are going to go ahead and start this off. It looks like they're going to be able to get a clean takeaway here. Unless Enzo makes a miracle steal happen. But nope. Even K2 trying to throw an arrow over. It does not connect.
That's the second blue buff that Enzo is not able to take for himself.
I think it's more or less like not getting it permission.
Not getting permission, rather. Yeah, that's true. That is the second one already.
Because Enzo, you know, it's Rek'Sai. He don't need blue buff.
That's true.
He could use the experience.
Yeah, additional farm gold.
Malon's like, come on, man. I want a blue buff, please.
Oh,
I'm trying to dominate this matchup.
Boa seems to be doing fine. The Rift Herald.
Rift Herald gonna be popped. They don't get the first turret plate off right away, unless it just broke. So they're gonna get some extra gold. There it is. Meanwhile, Enzo, he's being a sneaky Rek'Sai. He might get collapsed on here if he's not careful. Rousey going to come out. He comes out actually alive. Meanwhile, another teleport. Here comes the Kench. Here comes the rest of the team. Mission gets obliterated. as Zoe's going to get ripped apart. Meanwhile, here comes Bruce, going to get knocked up by Chili with a depth charge. Chili going down extremely low. He's able to get over to safety. Bruce flashing on over. Once more auto attack will do it. He's trying to. He's auto canceling, and it's not happening. Meanwhile, though, he might turn his attention on over to the Syndra, and now the GP Ultimate's going to rain through here on the side of Machi. Gemini, though, getting taken back down. Ozzy rejoins. Chili says, hi, I want to join into the party. Bruce gets the kill. Everyone is bloody down here in the bot lane. PK now wants a bit of the action. It's not going to go well, and in the end, it's going to be a double kill, and a full ace. Mission just respawning, so you won't see the notification. Dragons get it. What the hell was that?
That was messy. It started with Mission just prancing around, Summoner's Rift, spots out Enzo. Nicely done shield by Bruce, but everyone just collapses, even getting a flash. That's just a stun lock there. So Mission wasn't able to do anything on that particular fight. Meanwhile, that is Koala devouring the Lee Sin. I just want to say,
Bruce, he canceled like 2 auto attacks. And then it gets stolen by GP.
GP2, yeah. And then the thing was, I thought Bruce was about to die, but he survived sticking around Ozzy at that time because of that stopwatch, even letting go a heal and getting that kill over to Chili. But Ozzy and Enzo are humongous, especially in the early game. So at that point, it was just their spotlight.
All right. Dragons get back into this one with a small gold lead to their name. Meanwhile, bot lane, though, is going to be pushed. I believe that is going to be the first turret going in favor of Machi here. And Bruce and Koala will be able to get that for themselves. Oh, Mission. This is not a good position to be in. He's going to get stunned, able to flash away. So they do force the main flash off the Zoe as well as the heal. Top lane being pushed in. Meanwhile, bot lane is still going to get taken here by Machi. Dragons are very slow to respond to this. This is going to be a second-tier tower being hit on.
We see a port back already. It looks like K2, or rather, Berjaya Dragons just wants to get this tower in exchange, but it looks like we see Ozzy already rotating at that part. 5 plates to 6 plates in favor of Berjaya Dragons.
All right, so they're not going to get another tower bot lane. Like you mentioned, the Renekton comes on over. PK, he's a little hesitant to come up to this lane, but sees that there's no one staying around, so he'll go ahead and claim the extra gold for himself there. Doesn't lose out on his tower either, which is very nice to see.
Yeah, manages to save his tower there. Berjaya Dragons, we'll see what the plan is as Rift Herald is about to spawn. They do have control and as well as vision over that part of the map. Machi Esports rotate. Machi Esports bot lane have already rotated as well as the Berjaya Dragons. They have a good head start here on the Rift Herald.
There we go. Rift Herald started up on the side of Machi. Dragons in below. Let's see, Nautilus just peeking over toward the side. Bubble comes down. They're going to go ahead and get that on. Oh, almost stolen away there, actually, by K2. Bruce he decides to opt back. Likely going to maybe pick up those souls. Opts not to. Meanwhile, mid lane, though, inside track is there for the Dragons. It's going to be the Bubble connecting on to the Renekton. Luckily, K2 tried to get his ultimate out onto the Zoe, but it does not connect.
Yep, there was like one caster minion getting in the way of that paddle. But yeah, I kind of like got the souls, but in mid lane, their Berjaya Dragons is pushing already, and therefore they will transition to this top side. We'll see if they're going to unleash that second Rift Herald of the game that we have. As Machi Esports took that with no contest whatsoever. No turret plating. Fortunately, that is a good sign for Berjaya Dragons. But for MCX, they'll be satisfied with this. Gotta be careful. This composition from Berjaya Dragons, they have to at least they do have like that early scary fight from Ozzy and Enzo on that pick.
Let's see, Bruce just gonna get a quick tag there. A little bit of damage. Here comes the rest of the squad though. Enzo is there. Hook lands onto the Kench. That's a lot used. Meanwhile, the Gangplank ultimate comes down, and that's enough to dissuade them from continuing the chase. As Bruce keeps farming up. Or at least letting the Kench farm up. Meanwhile, Paddlestar, where is the Bubble? Does Gemini want to go in? No. Instead, they opt to put down the second Rift Herald of the game. And that's going to crash into the tower here as Machi claim another tower.
All right, this is enough. Machi Esports will be satisfied with that, just scaring the dragons off and therefore getting that tower in. It's a good transition as well, going towards that dragon area as we see Mawan doing push duty here, pressuring PK at the bottom side of the map at least. And for now, let's see whether or not the dragons can replicate what they did earlier when they faced them in their own jungle, when they faced Machi Esports in their own jungle, and capitalize on how painful Ozzy and Nenso is at this point of the game.
Let's see, Dragons trying to set little traps here and here, denying some of the vision away from Machi.
Oh.
Gemini's over on the Raptors. It is an Infernal Soul we have on the map for the game. Let's see. Machi going to rotate back on over. Get some more damage onto the tower. Chili's going to get rooted. He gets the engage onto Koala. There is the Chain of Corruptions as well. Bruce goes back into his Wraith form. Meanwhile, here we go. Back kick onto it. Rek'Sai is going to get to the escape. Unleash power is there, but it's not enough damage, and the shutdown goes on over to Mission.
Beautifully done kick. Oh, it's target over.
He's able to get it. Here comes the shot from the Senna. One more will do it, and is able to at least flash to safety on the side of Chili.
Yeah, Bruce's ult was not off cooldown at the time, so the potential last hit is not available. But this gives Machi Esports more room in the map, and will most likely probably take away that mid lane tower if they choose to do so. As I think a lot has been used in that exchange there. But Ozzy's ult is still available. That's something that they should fear for. But he's back in his own lane. He does have teleports. Let's take a look at that replay again.
Let's see. Chili gets the initial hook, but again, if you're hooking just the Kench, he's done this a couple times now. The Kench don't really care if he gets hooked. He's a big boy. And Gemini getting a nice kick back is able to get the Rek'Sai to be forced into the middle of an unwanted fight.
Yeah, he wanted to do a really nice flank, unfortunately. And so, Gemini rather, was already on the case. Too bad the tongue lash, stopwatch rather, was there to save Chili and allow him to live another day. As Berjaya Dragons definitely want to try to push more with their aggression, but because of early towers getting taken off, makes it hard to move around the map in general and make the plays.
On pushes that back. Bruce and Koaldo look to rotate up toward the top lane because PK is going to get dove. Not really dove. He's out in the middle of the lane. And that is the secret to trying to take down the gangplank, is just throw members at him, and usually you'll be able to kill them right away. Especially blind picks gangplank. That should have been more abused, I feel like, on the side of Berjaya Dragons. With this, though, they should be able to get a push in. You can see that Renekton is huge as far as the gold goes. Up over 1,700 over PK.
Yeah, he is. Machi Esports played into this matchup blindly, as you mentioned. But at this point, it was basically a lot of members from BJD jumping on towards PK. And it's practically this point of the game. It will be, whoa, hold up.
Oh, Bruce. Yeah, Senna, you're going to get ended there pretty easily if you're within range of the Syndra. Full combo comes out. It was actually a flash burned as well from Malan, so just to get in range. So without the Kench nearby, Senna's very squishy and very vulnerable if they're not careful.
Yeah, open to a lot of threats on the Dragons' side. Mainly, actually practically everyone really, especially if you do flash Chain of Corruptions. Yep, that's a full combo. Unleashed power in. Bruce walks away. Or rather,
oh no, PK. I've seen this before. The exact same people too. As you can run that way, but unfortunately you're going to the enemy base. He's going to get taken on down.
Because Machi Esports is, the Berjaya Dragons rather, have the wave shoved in their favor, there's not a lot of exchange going around here. After that, there's no dragons to take. out of Rift Heralds. It's just Baron at that point. So what you can do, I guess, is just try to secure vision while everyone else is in another part of the map. So you can capitalize on missions poke later on. Machi Esports is going to be a monster comp as the scaling progresses here. Therefore, probably not pressured to do much.
It's interesting that K2, if you look at the build path, we haven't really touched on that too much. He actually went Lethality Varus. So instead of the consistent damage, like dragons are all front-ended burst, which can work. Again, you're going against a Kench though. So if that one target is not within the range of the Kench, there's no consistent damage during the team fights, which can be a bit of a hassle, especially if the Renekton's not there. So they're really banking on this Renekton to have to carry you. Here comes that Kinch while we were talking about it, in behind the Renekton as well as the Rek'Sai. They're already able to find themselves the turret. Looks like Aziz has decided, all right, I'm going to die here. I'm not even going to waste my ultimate trying to escape, but that is a almost 1,000 gold shutdown going over to PK.
Yeah, he was humongous. 514 too. Nicely done, stun. But yeah, shutdown gold on towards PK. PK will be really annoying later as the barrels will be very painful, especially during the sieges. It will be very handy and clear to slow the game down. Malon, I'm scared for you.
Gemini looking for the flank. There's the ward hop. There's the kick. There's the flash. Woo! And there is the easy play coming out from Machi.
Machi be cleaning, and right now, exhaust. There's the root.
Oh, that's not where you want to be. Boom! Senna able to also pick up the kill there onto K2, and that is dangerous for the Dragon. Yeah, teleport's there, but your guys are already down 2 members. Machi could look to start up the Baron.
And that's what they're doing. 20 seconds on the clock, more or less, for Malwan and K2. Your carries in the game. This might be a slow Baron. Nope, it's not going to be a slow Baron. We'll see as BJD already closing in. This is Azi's time to shine.
He's got to pull it off. I don't know. PK's running guard duty from the bush. Machi, they're caught out. That is enough to dissuade them. It doesn't look like Gemini wants to go for the 50-50 attempt against the Rek'Sai. They try and collapse down, but that Renekton's pretty slippery. You're not going to be able to catch him.
Yeah, definitely. 514 already on towards this Renekton. Let's take a look at that again, because it was just a beautiful kick from Gemini. Flash kick. Clean. And the awkward thing is K2 sticking around here as the tower is about to fall.
He's way too far forward.
He is.
Yeah.
It's done.
No point to be there.
Uh-huh.
Meanwhile, Infernal Drake is available. Bubble goes out. Resonating Strike is going to land onto the Syndra. No follow through from Gemini. He does not have his flash available for the kickback. Let's see. Dragons on the south side of the map. North side belongs to Machi. Dragon's going to reset. Koala taking a little bit of damage. Look at this flank. Immediately, that is knowledgeable here on the side of Machi. Sure, they go on the engage. Once again onto Koala. Gangplank ultimate comes on through. Gemini going on in. He can't steal away the Dragon, but will it even matter if the side of the Dragons are able to actually secure this? It's going to be a double kill on to the Gangplank, and surprise, it's the tongue from Koala that finishes off K2, and they're trying to just corral them inside the jungle. Flash forward from Koala. Oh, tunnel. But he gets hit once again. Koala. It's the licky. He's coming through, and here comes Gemini to help secure that kill. As Gemini will secure that for the rest of the squad. Back on over to the Baron.
Oh my god, I can't believe that chase went on from Dragon Pit, circling around the red buff area of Machi Esports, and now we're at Baron. Berjaya Dragons, understandable that they would be excited to get onto. I want to know what happened in that fight, because Malwan and K2 were pretty low in that one. Let's check it out again. It was Mission's dangerous poke that really allowed the rest of MCX to be more confident in diving them, because they're so low, and all they have to do is just clean up at this point.
Yeah, Chili stuck in the pit too, and that's just icing on the cake. Whopple. Nice job there from Machi, able to clean house, and now up 3,000 gold. They were unable to secure the Infernal. Enzo and crew were able to secure that for Berjaya. So at least they have that going in their favor, but I'd be concerned now. Edge of Night finished off for Bruce. He's always going to have a little bit of safety with the spell shield, which unfortunately, if you want to try and catch him off guard, is going to be rather hard now, considering he has that as well as the Kench.
Yeah, no flash, full combo Syndra. That's going to be
This
successful.
is one way to do it.
Yeah, that's true.
No one's coming back here. I think he gets a free push.
Oh,
Okay, Gangplank Ultimate is still available. So unfortunately, that wave gets built up. Oh no, Drowsy's there, is mission hunting. No, I can't find it, neither can Koala. Still pings coming out. It looks like the play here from Berjaya. They're happy trying to trade Inhibitor Tower for Inhibitor Tower, as that Renekton is still in the bot lane. Gangplank Ultimate will not be available for this one, but Bruce and Mission can now push forward. Top lane also getting sieged upon. The trade appears to be 2 for 1. Machi, though, they could also look for possible dives and maybe look to end the game or try and force out a teleport, but that doesn't even exist at this point. Inhibitor's going down. Machi are going to reposition. Let's see. Does Berjaya call back the Renekton to try and hold this? Because Machi are going to start pushing on in. There it is. Finally, Renekton's going to end on back to the base. Is it too late, though? Drowsy's going to connect onto the Syndra. That forces out the cleanse immediately. But guess what? Minions are already crashing in onto the base. They get the hook onto the Senna. Is it worth it, though? Renekton into the backline. Mayon is still already dead at this point. He's going to get taken down. Gemini is able to find the kill. And the Nexus is exposed. And like that, Machi just walk into the base. Can they finish it is the question. One more auto attack will be there as they take the game over Berjaya. That was a weird finish.
That was a weird finish. They took the risk. Berjaya Dragons took the risk, and unfortunately it didn't pay off. Machi is like, we don't take the bluff. We ain't scared. That's like 5 people pushing towards your base. We got Baron too. Again, great job by Machi Esports.
Yeah, Machi are going to be happy taking home the victory there. And that was just weird. They're just like, yeah, okay, Renekton's going to push it. It's like, you're going against Baron buff, you know?
Yeah, Baron buff and
you're
5 people
lose,
pushing
like,
too.
Everything if you don't kill everyone here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, the Dragons just let them come in.
And then, yeah, it could go either way. You could have recalled the Renekton back into your base and perhaps fight at the Inhibitor Tower while they were taking, as Gangplank was pushing top, maybe catch them off by surprise. I'm not very sure. They really took a risk with that one, and they didn't start anything, so if ever, yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, I'm sure there, but again, overall, Machi, congratulations. That was a rather, yeah,
interesting finish.
It was an interesting finish. The game just ended. I wasn't expecting it just to end.
I was expecting one more big explosive fight. But
I was expecting like a fight, maybe a reset coming out of Machi, but then like, it's like, honestly, what are you doing? It's 4v5. You just kind of let them win the game. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you booked a Renekton to be that monster. But I guess it was one of those things. This was really well made by the Gangplank ult. Just zoned away Berjaya Dragons, the 2 main carries. No one was frontlining for them because Chili and Enzo and Ozzy was trying to flank, and the Rek'Sai as well as Chili was in the Dragon Pit. So leaving your 2 carries open, that was the sign for Machi Esports to just attack the squishy carries in the backline.
Yeah, so congratulations over to Machi. Take a look at the post-game graphic. I think it was rather even game. There was always just that, late game potential for Machi that they always had to worry about, and then, they just hit that a little earlier.
Yeah,
they were trading kills. Like, they were able to do a lot of shutdowns over towards the GP, but they still had issues.
They did.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, again, there was just a lot of fights where Machi Esports had a comfy spot, whereas the carries of the Berjaya Dragons were left open, and it was just basically cleanup. And the funnel towards Kench too, like he was doing a lot and was tanking a lot at that as well.
Yeah, no, and that's why like having the Kench and Senna also on blue side, by the way.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. You can only get one of them usually in the first rotation, and Dragons were like, yeah, let's just let the Kench go on over, and that ends up biting them.
Exactly. We've seen so many teams try to deny that combo, but they Berjaya Dragons prioritize Syndra and Zoe.
Speaking
Oh wait,
of
no, not
Kench,
Zoe. Yeah.
it's going to go on over to Koala. So he's able to get the MVP for the match.
Yay!
Very nicely done there for himself. Sitting on that 15 KDA. Not all that bad.
I
for
like
him and
it.
his Kench.
I think this is the first time we're gonna have a support as the MVP in the PCS.
Yeah, I think that is the first support
first.
MVP we've had.
Because it's usually mid lane, jungle, and
Whoever
top.
has, well, he might have actually had the highest KDA, let's be honest. Yeah,
That's
15.
true.
I was going to say, production just kind of gives it to whoever has the highest KDA half the
Yeah,
time.
but
He did have like 93% kill participation.
Yes,
though,
he
so like,
did.
that's
So,
understandable.
worth.
Yeah, he had himself a rather great game on the Kench. So congratulations over to Machi. They're able to bounce back after their loss earlier on in the day against Alpha. Unfortunately there for Berjaya, they're going to end only 1-1. They would have liked to take home the 2-0, and that would have actually helped them really well in the standings, would have boosted them up quite a bit. But still, what can you do? It's only a 1-1.
Yeah.
You're not even done your first round robin at this point, so there's still plenty of opportunity to play. And speaking of opportunity too, Nova have their chance of taking home a victory against HKA if they're able to find it. We're going to go ahead and take a short break. When we come back, though, it's going to be more PCS action.